Good afternoon, Saturday 4 p.m. movement snackers. We are live from Havant, Mum and Dad's dining room. Who's in? Anyone? Or am I talking to myself? That's okay as well. Anybody fancy a 3-dimensional sway, some coordination and a big stretch? You fancy that? If you're wondering why we're talking about this is the preamble, the pre-broadcast broadcast. So in about 4 minutes we'll start the movement snack. But for now, I'm saying hello to everyone who's joining us live. If you're watching this afterwards, feel free to just scroll across if you don't want this bit. For now, we're saying hello from Wales, from Scotland, from Northumberland, Carol from Hove. Kim, remind me your locality. I can't, my geography head has had too much sun perhaps. Come on in. Last little bit. Hello LLTers, thank you Greece. Thank you, Apostolis. Get my teeth around that. How was your afternoon? Anything to report other than gardening and baking? Any crowbarring to report? Any extra side steps? Any extra side steps with knee bends? All that stuff. Penzance. Here and hearing me. We had connection problems, I think, at lunchtime. Christine from Penzance and Kim is from Essex. Thanks, Kim. I've got nothing to report, but I have got something to declare. I was just mentioning to Deb Lawrence from Wales. I officially declare an official declaration today. It's officially the worst hair day since lockdown, I think. But mind you, if I look back at all the videos, there's probably lots of others too. It just struck me today, looking back at the other videos. It's a bad hair day. That's my declaration. Feel free to make any declarations of your own. Hello, Wiz Beach. Carol Elliott. What's Dawn? Dawn has a crowbar report, a few back extensions after some gardening and some washing machine activity. Thank you for that report, Dawn. Reports, buffering reports, declarations, confessions. I might have a little confession from a garden nap, a fairly sedentary 20 minutes. Hello Somerset, good to see you Diana. 30 seconds and then we're going to get going on this snack. Same here, Maureen. Was that the garden nap confession, Maureen? Shrewsbury, we got a report in from Shrewsbury of some crowbarred knee bends whilst trying to get the pheasant off the dog during... Okay. There was a bit of an altercation perhaps. LOD, Calgary's in. Is there an antidote? I think I'm addicted. Angela, 4 out of 4. You're gonna have to face it. You're addicted to movement snacks. Who sung that? Obviously, I've changed the last words. I want to say Huey Lewis. Anyway, no, the hair. Maureen, sorry, yes. The declaration of the hair. Anyway. Shall we do it? Hello Bolton. 3, 2, 1. Good afternoon. My name is Bex Townley from Later Life Training and it's Saturday the 25th of April. I think we're coming to the end of our 5th week. We've surpassed 100 movement snacks today. We're going to keep on going. We laugh in the face of 100 movement snacks and we just carry on crowbarring in additional extra accumulative movement minutes, of which now we're going to do another 10-ish. Probably nearer 13 because I've started to crowbar in some extras. Come on. You know the score by now, but if you're new, have a look, have a watch, and join in when you like the look of something. Have a look, decide whether you want to try it in seated or in standing. If in standing, have a secure support, external support at an appropriate height for you. If in seated, hip walk forward. I'll do those prompts in a moment. Let's start circulation boost. Using the external support if you need, 2 hands if you need. Once you've started this steady march, then consider lift and lengthen through the centre, so more upright, active posture. Lift and open the chest so that we can better align the shoulders with the head and better support the movement that's happening here. And we're trying to get feet, ankles and toes. So this is a steady, if not slower pace now to really get feet and toes going. Bringing in arm, 1 or 2 as and when you're ready. Keep going in standing. Here's the seated prompts. Hip walk forward. Make the most of that hip mobility. And starting the circulation booster from the feet and ankles here, or from the upper body here. Elbows are tucked in. Can you see I've got the backward press? It's slow, but it's considered. So every movement of the arm to be equal, symmetrical if we can, steady rhythm, and if you want to, you can bring the hands together. That might help with coordination. So we take these circulation boosters at the beginning of every session for about a minute and a bit, and after which you should feel you just want to take a breath. We shouldn't be out of breath or tired. If you've been moving around a lot this afternoon, this may even serve as a calming type pulse lowerer, shall we say, just to get in the moment now of some slow, coordinated, 3-dimensional movements whereby we have some weight transfer, we have some arm movements and possibly some head movements as well. And this very much replicates life. Life is all about multitasking, about walking, sidestepping, using arms, head and trunk all at the same time. This little minute or so here just serves to allow us to do that in a more thoughtful, considered way, to take control of that. Let's return to one that we've been doing for the last couple of days. So let's do the arm actions first. If this is new to you, try it in seated, or you could put your hips on a strong, steady piece of furniture so that there is no balance concern. Placing hands on the diagonal corners of the trunk. And then we just start to move the hands around one place of the trunk here. Now, this just serves to give us some reference points. Essentially, the arms are just moving in opposite directions. And when you feel you're ready, we bring that into a more fluid movement. The arms are low, elbows are low. It's as slow as you can, and I've taken up support behind me. If you feel steady and confident to stand away, do so. And then try it in the other direction, and don't be surprised if you find one way more challenging than the other. In seated it's the same. Everything though, remember, on lifted, lengthened posture. So if you're in seated and you feel a bit squashed here in the middle, lengthen up, just shift that position of the hips and the pelvis, and then start your circular movements, which is essentially 2 arms going in different directions. It's slow, it's smooth, it's considered. Try both directions. Okay, take a pause. That's the arms, but it's still not achieving all of the kind of 3-dimensional elements that we're after. Take up support if this is new to you, or your balance you feel is going to be challenged. We're going to take the feet on a slightly wider and offset position, and let's just rehearse the leg movement with support to begin with so you can see how you feel. I keep lifted, Can you see I'm not leaning, I'm not bending, my hip position here is just gliding forwards and back. And I'm bending the knees just a little bit. It's really small, small as you like here. All we're after is this weight shift. I'm shifting my weight slightly forward, slightly back. Knees are facing the toes. Now, put one hand on the support, just so you know how this is going to feel, and just start to rehearse a single arm on that. The small circle, and just imagine you're going around the four corners of the trunk. It may help to do this in front of a mirror. Change your arms to the other arm. If you're trying it for the first time with two hands, suggest you have a little sit down. The sway in the chair is the same. The feet are here. I'm lifting and I'm shifting my trunk forwards and back. Small, small, small movements. It's a weight shift across the sit bones here, and then we can start to bring in the calming, smooth. This should feel calming. It should feel good for you. If it doesn't feel good, don't do it. Simple as that. If this arm movement is too challenging from a coordination point of view, here's an option. We can go for two arms going in the same direction here. Can you see in standing? And here. Have a go with that. Now, what I like to do with this one, when the fingertips come to the hips, I almost remind myself to lengthen more from the centre. And you can even kind of sweep the fingers through that central position, and it just is an extra cue to lift and lengthen before we press out and back. Okay, that's just a snippet. We didn't add the head turn in there, which then gives us that third dimension we're after. That's just a snippet. If you like the feel of these movements, the idea is you take them into your day, you crowbar them in, you take a few moments across the day just to be still, consider your posture, consider weight transfer, and just have a go. It should be enjoyable and it should feel good. So crowbar them in wherever you want. They're for you. Let's have a stretch. It's the big stretch, folks. Let's start from the bottom up with calf stretch. Standing option first, take up support. I don't want to challenge your balance. Use steady support. Lift and lengthen, and then just take a small step back. Feel for the floor and feel how that stretch is for you. Now, you'll feel at any moment, if it feels that it's going to be too strong, we can just come back in and make that step smaller. Press the heel to the floor. This will be small or large, depending entirely on your current mobility, your current activity down at ankles and feet. Don't be concerned if it's only small. And if you are managing to do this a very big stride, you might need a different approach. But for now, holding this position, we can get a little bit more stretch in the front here. Looking to hold that. Make sure the toes are forward. If you feel steady and strong, you can even start to add some of those arm movements that we've just done. So we can incorporate some of this stuff now. We can start to integrate it. Same on the other leg if calf stretch is your standing option. Seated options is a lengthened leg, lifting up always, and then just from the toe squeeze that back towards you. Also be mindful of knee position. You might just want to take that off that locked position just for comfort. Squeeze the toe back. We should feel the stretch at the back of the leg, perhaps into the back of the knee. You might need to do a few of those with a rest in between. And don't forget to do both sides, both legs, and you may feel that one leg feels more flexible than the other. This is usual due to a whole raft of reasons. Take a release. Let's come up the legs now into the back of the thigh, the big one, the big important one for stride length, walking, stairs, getting up from floors, getting in and out of the bath, all the stuff that requires hip movement and to be able to get down to lower level feet, toes, etc. We've talked a lot about this. I'm going to keep talking about it because We need this action to find this stretch. Take the long leg position. If you feel that you're rounded down in the lower back and you feel that you're a little bit squashed, squeezed here in the middle, we need to literally tilt this position here so that we lengthen out from the top of the hip and this rib, and we're as tall as we can be here. By doing that, you may already feel the stretch. Have you got it? Can you feel it? If you can, you're in the right place. If not, take a squeeze forward. Ease slowly, slowly, slowly. You may need to have a little bend in the knee here. Make sure the foot is fairly relaxed or toe down. And it will take an adjustment of all those areas to find this stretch. This is lifted, this is long. If I want to increase the stretch, I hinge forward. I'm hoping you can see how straight my back is here, and I can support my trunk while I do that. Slowly come back, slowly come back, slowly come back, step in, have a little release. Same on the other leg. Here's the checks. Relax the foot, unlock the knee, shift the position around the middle bit, lengthen here, lift, open, down. Maintain your normal breathing. Feel the stretch and then hold. So we move into the stretch, we stay there, we hold on this one, looking to build up 8, 12, 20, 30 seconds, longer on this one. Slowly come back and release. Have a little pit stop, have a release, extra some of these. Just before we go into the chest stretch, let's just take some open chest squeezes and then some hugs this way. So let's just open and close the shoulder blades, open and close. And now this next one, stay there and hold. This should still feel that you can comfortably breathe and get a breath, but if you can't, you just come out, have a pause. And go in again. Might feel more comfortable to have the back of the hands. If you feel that you're getting this more here in the shoulders, let them go, and then just bring the stretch here and work from the sternum and the shoulder blades. If you can get here without any shoulder discomfort, you might also want to add an extra press. Feel your way around these stretches. They should feel comfortable, but the feeling of stretch, they shouldn't be painful, they shouldn't cause you any discomfort. Move slowly in and out of these positions and you're better able to monitor how you're feeling and what's happening. Let's finish with a back of arm upper side in sit or stand, as always. If you are in standing, you might want to take up some extra support just to allow you to really be confident. Fingertips towards shoulder, ease the elbow up, head stays still, just creep it up. You might want to support the arm, and when it gets to its natural position, what I call the sticking point, you just stay there. There's the longest duration of stretch, so you've got your 12 seconds there. Now for this next bit, if you can, it's just a couple of seconds as a reach and it comes back down. So it's just a couple of seconds if you can in that higher position. We can hold a bit longer in this bit, support it if you want to. Go for the reach. If it's not comfortable to go up there, don't. What you could do is take this position and just really lift. You literally lift the rib cage and release. Have a relax. Okay, that's the big stretch. Go around all of those again if you would like. If you like the slow coordinated movements, again, all of this is for you to take and go and build on that. And perhaps in the future, if you like the feel of things, when all this is over, you might want to go and find some more specific and targeted exercise sessions that focus more on these things. For now, we're just giving you snippets. We're giving you a little toolbox of movement snacks that you can come and interact and connect with here and then deploy into your day. To accumulate extra movement minutes to help inform how we already move, to optimise our movement. All in the benefits bag. Thank you very much. Thank you and well done those of you that have done the quadruple whammy today. Done all 4. Extra Bex bonus points for you for doing that. And thank you for everyone that comes back afterwards to have a track through. We'll be back tomorrow for the Sunday 8 a.m. breakfast. Maybe the big breakfast snack, if that's possible. See you later. Have a lovely evening, folks. Keep on moving.